Hello everybody and welcome to Art with Miss V. Today we are going to learn about the famous African-American artist Faith Ringgold. Faith Ringgold is an activist, she's a teacher, she's a quilter, and most of all, she is an artist and a storyteller. We are going to learn about her life and her art, and then later we're going to create art inspired by her style. Now, let's hear Faith Ringgold read her famous book, Tar Beach. I want you to pay careful attention to the beautiful illustrations and her storytelling.
Faith Ringgold, and I wrote Tar Beach, the book, in 1990. I will always remember when the stars fell down around me and lifted me up above the George Washington Bridge. I could see our tiny rooftop with Mommy and Daddy and Mr. and Mrs. Honey, our next door neighbors, still playing cards as if nothing was going on. And BB, my baby brother, lying real still on the mattress, just like I told him to, his eyes like huge floodlights tracking me through the sky. Sleeping on Tar Beach was magical. Lying on the roof in the night with the stars and skyscraper buildings all around me made me feel rich, like I owned all that I could see. The bridge was my most prized possession. Daddy said that the George Washington Bridge is the longest and most beautiful bridge in the world, and that it opened in 1931 on the very day I was born. Daddy worked on that bridge, hoisting cables. Since then, I've wanted that bridge to be mine. Now I have claimed it. All I had to do was fly over it for it to be mine forever. I can wear it like a giant diamond necklace. Or just fly above it and marvel at its sparkling beauty. I can fly. Yes, fly. Me, Cassie Louise Lightfoot, only 8 years old and in the 3rd grade, and I can fly. That means I am free to go wherever I want for the rest of my life. Daddy took me to see the new Union building he is working on. He can walk on steel girders high up in the sky and not fall. They call him the cat. But still he can't join the union because Grandpa wasn't a member. Well, Daddy is going to own that building because I'm going to fly over it and give it to him. Then it won't matter that he's not in their old union or whether he's colored or a half-breed Indian like they say. He'll be rich and won't have to stand on 24-story high girders and look down. He can look at his building going up. And Mommy won't cry all winter when he goes to look for work and doesn't come home. And Mommy can laugh and sleep late like Mrs. Honey. And we can have ice cream every night for dessert. Next, I'm going to fly over the ice cream factory, just to make sure we do. Tonight, we're going up to Tar Beach. Mommy is roasting peanuts and frying chicken, and Daddy will bring home a watermelon. Mr. and Mrs. Honey will bring the beer and their old green card table. And then the stars will fall around me and I will fly to the Union Building. I'll take BB with me. He has threatened to tell Mommy and Daddy if I leave him behind. I have told him it's very easy. Anyone can fly. All you need is somewhere to go that you can't get to any other way. The next thing you know, you're flying among the stars. The end.
That was so beautiful. I love her storytelling and the way she really paints a picture of the images in your mind and the beautiful illustrations. Now we're going to use her story as inspiration to create our own art. I'm going to use a marker today, but you should use a pencil to do your drawing, and then you can outline with marker. Today we're going to be creating story quilts inspired by Faith Ringgold's Tar Beach. And so you're going to take your paper and turn it the long way. We are going to create a border around our artwork today. And you can use a ruler if you have one. I don't have one, so I could use a piece of paper as a straight edge, but today I think I'm just going to trace a book. Okay, so I'm going to put the book right in the middle, and I'm going to lightly take my pencil and trace around it. Yours doesn't have to be the same kind of book as mine or the same size, but it should leave a space around for a frame for our artwork. Ta-da! Okay, now what are you going to use to do your drawing again? Are you going to use a permanent marker? No, you're going to use a pencil with an eraser in case you need to make a change. So I drew this in pencil, and now I am going to just outline it. It would have been easier if I had a ruler, but I didn't have one. And that's okay. So I'm just going to carefully outline my drawing. Okay, this is going to be the frame around it, and we're going to turn that into sort of a quilt style. And we're going to put the inside, we're going to create our drawing that's going to tell a story. The story that we're going to tell is, if you could fly anywhere, where would you fly? And I want a picture of you flying over something. You could be flying over Cleveland, you can be flying over Disney, you can be flying over the beach. You are flying. Okay, the very first thing we're going to do is create the patchwork around the frame. And so we are going to, again, take something to make a straight edge, and we are going to go ahead and divide it up into different spaces. Now, keep in mind, doesn't have to be perfect. This is just something you're trying to do. And mine are definitely not the same size. Remember, Faith Ringgold's artwork was fabric quilts. So it's definitely not something that's going to be perfect if we're inspired by her style. All right, check it out. Now I have all these little spaces. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom and the sides. If you want, you could do it without using a straight edge if you are more comfortable with that, and they don't have to line up. It's a patchwork quilt. So some of them could be smaller and some of them could be bigger. Okay, now we're going to divide some spaces over here. That was a little shaky, so I think I'm going to use a straight edge this time. You do whatever is easier for you. But if you're not used to using a ruler or straight edge, I want you to practice. Wow, this already looks like a frame. Now I'm going to do it the same thing on the other side. Oops. Again, I'm using a marker. I want you to use a pencil in case you need to make a change. There we go. Now you're going to take your pencil and you're going to draw yourself up here. Now your drawing will not look like my drawing, but I want you to make your drawing unique. Remember, yours does not have to look like mine. Your art is yours. You can make it unique. Now I'm going to take my pencil with an eraser and draw myself flying. And the way I'm going to do it is one way, but there are many, many ways. You can do it any way you want. So I'm going to start with the head, and I want it to be kind of an oval because this is the head looking down. Now I'm going to draw the neck. Okay, and this is going to be me. So I'm going to draw my hair coming down. And I'm going to color it in. Your hair might not look like my hair. Remember, it's flying behind her. Wow, okay. So this is kind of tricky and advanced. I want you to draw her or your eye. It's just going to be one because you're looking this way, and your nose and your mouth. Okay. Oh, I think my hair's a little longer. All right. So I think because I'm flying, my arms are going to be coming out this way. You don't have to look, yours does not have to look like mine. I'm going to fix my nose because I want my nose to be a little bit bigger. Ooh, and I drew lips. I need eyelashes if it's going to be me. Okay. So I'm going to draw my arms coming out here and out here because I'm flying like Superman through the sky. I'm going to be wearing a shirt, so I think I'm going to draw my shirt. Okay. And have my arms coming out. Woo, yours does not have to look just like mine. And then I'm going to draw my hand. Your hand does not have to look like mine, but you want to make sure your hand has 5 fingers. So I'm going to start with the thumb because my thumb is on the inside. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now my other arm is coming up back here. Now you might not have this hair, but here comes my arm. And it's behind my head. And here are my fingers. I'm going to start with my thumb on the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. All right. So I have to draw my legs here. My legs, I think I'm going to be barefoot. Because if I'm flying, why do I need shoes? So I'm going to draw, let's see, my pants here. And coming down here. And feet. And feet. Yours, again, yours do not have to look like mine. I think I still might make my hair longer. Why not? Add some things to make yours unique. You could be wearing a dress, you could have your bow, and try to make your hair like you want it. My hair's kind of long, so it's flying out. Ooh. Okay. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed learning about Faith Ringgold and creating art in her style. Next time, we're going to finish our drawing and add lots of color to make our drawing a finished work of art. Thanks for joining me for Art with Miss V. I'll see you next time.